Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of November 8th. As normal, we'll start off with a Mythic Plus affixes for this week. This week we have Tyrannical, Bolstering, Explosive, and Shrouded. Again, that's Tyrannical, Bolstering, Explosive, and Shrouded. Bolstering, Explosive are obviously worse on Fortified, but they're not very good affixes at all, and so the trash will take a bit longer, be a bit harder at the very least. And then Tyrannical, the bosses are longer. Not a very good week at all for doing Mythic Plus keys, but some people are just having fun with being broken with the pre-patch and playing their class. Obviously, if your class is not good in the pre-patch, that's not very fun. But some people will be playing anyways just to have fun. But as far as just a regular week, this would not be like a very great week to do keys overall. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in game this week. There are a few things going on. The Darkmoon Fair, of course, is going on. Obviously, as my normal spiel at the Darkmoon Fair, there's tons of stuff to do there. I want to see them expand on it in the future in many different ways. Make it like an actual, make it an actual like form of content for casual players. Even to like, if that's all they want to do is do Darkmoon Fair, then they have stuff to do. All expansion in Darkmoon Fair. I think that'd be cool. But what's really interesting for more players than just the people that might enjoy that is the experience buff, because now you'll have the experience buff mixed with the WoW anniversary experience buff, and so therefore you'll be able to like double up on your experience or whatever. And so obviously that's very advantageous if you're leveling a character, so you can kind of double up on experience with your WoW's 18th anniversary buff, excuse me, and your Darkmoon Fair buff. The weekly event this week is Timewalking, which is fitting with the Timewalking, theme of the anniversary. It's the same anniversary event as last year, nothing special. But with that, you do have Timewalking. I believe it is Miss Pandaria Timewalking. You do earn a lot of badges, Timewalking badges, by doing like the anniversary event. So if there's anything you need to buy from the Timewalking vendors, whether that's the Pandaria vendor or otherwise, it's a good way to earn some badges for that. We have a PvP brawl going on as well. Can't imagine too many people care about that much. Later on the week, we will have the Moonkin Festival. Again, this is just another like really, really tiny event. I love that these events exist, and I think like maybe like role players and stuff like can build off of the fact that these events exist. But like I said, I just would love to see it expanded a bit more to make it actual content. Take something that is 10 minutes of content and turn it into like a week of something to do, of Moonkin stuff or something, right? Everybody likes to troll Moonkins, so you'd have all the Moonkin people loving their Moonkin week and everyone else trolling the Moonkin week. And you could do cool stuff with toys like that, right? So right now there's like the Alpha statue that everybody hates, including me. You could do something that like makes fun of Boomkins too, like have a toy that like makes fun of people that are Boomkins or something, right? That would be just a cool thing. It's like a super easy win that they could do. I'd love to see that. I just am all about expanding stuff inside the game there. Other than that, we have not had a ton of news. Last week, I do apologize, I didn't do very much content at all. Mostly, I did mention last week in the video situation with my mom. If you watched the video last week, you kind of probably understand that. But even towards the end of the week, when things were kind of settled down and a little bit back to normal, there just wasn't much to do content-wise. In the game, there was like a little bit of news, but it was like kind of breadcrumb sprinkled. And so they're like, it just didn't seem, I think maybe at the end of the week, I could have done like a news roundup from the week, and maybe that would have been enough for a video. But there just hasn't been much to do. So I'm definitely hoping for more news. Obviously, as a rep paladin, and someone who does a lot of rep paladin content, I'm hoping for like rep paladin, obviously I'm hoping for buffs, but like rep paladin changes that are positive and stuff like that. Those are the kind of things I'm hoping for. I did do a video though last week about dragon riding. If you don't know like anything about the dragon riding system in Dragonflight, I highly encourage you go back and watch that video that I just did, because it's actually really, really cool. And I don't know the last time I was literally having so much fun that I'm like, okay, I gotta make a video about this, because I'm literally having so much fun playing World of Warcraft. So if you don't know much about, if you already know everything, the video might not be for you. But if you don't know much about the dragon riding system and like the talents and stuff, I highly recommend you watch that latest video I did before about dragon riding, just because, yeah, it blew my mind. It was really, really cool. Other than that, like I said, just hoping for news. Um, ratings sparsely when my guild needs me, and then rating on classic. I wish there was more to do. I kind of have been sandbagging a bit. I haven't been trying to do any Mythic Plus keys on the pre-patch because I mean, I don't even want to say why, but basically, I don't know if everyone is pumping the DPS that I'm doing, and I don't want to like get Ret Paladin nerfed or whatever because I'm doing like insane damage on big pulls, and so I'm just kind of like not trying to, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? But just in case I am, I don't want to like, get us nerfed or something like that. So I've been trying not to do that. Although I would like to maybe do like a Celia's Gambit or something like that and see what I could do on the first big pull, but that could instantly get us nerfed. Who knows? But yeah, it is fun right now. I am enjoying the pre-patch. There's just not a ton to do. I wish there was more news. I'm gonna very much enjoy when we can make our evokers next week. If you don't know, next week is when we can make our evokers. If you pre-ordered the game, if you pre-ordered Dragonflight, you'll be able to make your evokers. So you'll see evokers walking around. I know my 5-year-old son's very excited for that. So yeah, exciting stuff ahead. Next week also will be like the invasions and stuff like that, the actual stuff to do. So there'll be stuff to do next week. So for this week, mostly just hoping for some kind of news and updates and buffs or nerfs. I don't really want nerfs for my class, but stuff to talk about in that regard. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.